A girl was quietly sitting with a bucket full of marbles. On the other side, the maid's little daughter was happily riding her small bicycle. Suddenly, the girl threw all the marbles onto the road. The maid's daughter slipped and fell hard. The girl laughed loudly. The injured girl got up and said, "Why did you do that? My mom gave me this cycle as a gift." The girl rudely replied, "Oh, I don't care." Her father, who was watching everything from a distance, looked concerned and upset. The girl called the maid's daughter rude. The little girl said, "I'll tell your parents." At that moment, the girl's mother came out and asked, "What will you tell me?" The little girl replied, "Ma'am, she threw marbles on the road. I fell and got hurt." The maid also rushed to the spot and asked her daughter if she was okay. The girl replied, "She pushed me and her mom didn't stop her." The woman said sharply, "My daughter didn't do anything wrong, and this cheap cycle was going to break anyway." The girl's father came forward and said, "How can you speak like this?" The maid calmly said, "Your daughter made a mistake. At least explain to her what she did." But the woman angrily replied, "Don't tell me how to raise my child." The girl then kicked the fallen bicycle. The maid said, "Why won't you stop her?" The woman shouted, "Keep your daughter inside. Why is she even playing outside?" The maid quietly said, "Sir will return soon. I will tell him everything." The girl proudly said, "My papa will bring me a brand new cycle today, not like this garbage." The mother warned, "Don't say anything to my husband." But just then the father appeared, holding a new bicycle, and asked, "What's going on here?" His wife quickly lied. "Nothing. That girl destroyed the garden." The daughter supported her mother and said, "Yes, Papa, I just asked her to play, and she hurt me." The father looked at the maid's daughter and saw scratches on her face. He asked, "What happened?" The maid said, "It's nothing, sir, but I don't want to work here anymore." The father replied, "You don't need to hide anything. I saw everything myself." The wife said, "You're misunderstanding." But the husband said firmly, "I saw it all, and now I think our daughter doesn't deserve this cycle." He turned to his wife and said, "You should be ashamed. Our daughter made another child fall." The girl tried to explain. "The marbles fell by mistake." But the father interrupted, "You and your mother need to change your behavior." The maid added, "They're trying to throw me out, but I need this job." The woman shouted, "Stop lying." The man replied, "She's not lying. You failed to teach our daughter respect." Later, the girl went to the maid and said, "Because of you, I didn't get the cycle." The maid calmly replied, "No, you didn't get it because of your own actions." The maid's daughter added, "When I want something, I behave well and ask nicely." The girl looked down and slowly started helping with house chores. Later in the kitchen, she and her mother were cutting vegetables. The maid smiled and said, "You're working well. Soon you won't need me." The woman replied, "Thank you. I've learned from you." The girl turned to the maid and said, "Please forgive me." The mother also apologized and said, "I didn't raise you right." The girl replied, "It's okay, Mom. I knew what was right and wrong." Later, the maid and the father brought the cycle again. The father gave it to his daughter, but she said, "Papa, I don't need it. She needs it more." The maid's daughter smiled and said, "Thank you. Let's play together." The father smiled proudly. The mother said, "You were right." The girl said, "Papa, let's go eat ice cream." The father replied, "First, let's all have lunch together." And they all went inside smiling. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell